Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today I have a few different things that I want to talk to you guys about, mostly centered around Alliance Battle Extreme mode, but, you know, because I have a lot of things to say, a few different things, I'm just going to throw it all in together. But before we begin, I just want to give a huge shout out to all of the people who had absolutely no idea that I was joking or, you know, trying to be funny. I'm not gonna say I was funny. I'm not funny all the time, but you know, you gotta try to be funny in order to be funny. But all those people who just let that shit fly right over their heads, thank you so much, because it's always a joy. It's always a pleasure to read those YouTube comments and see people just taking me seriously. There's nothing I like more than being taken way too seriously when I'm clearly being sarcastic about Black Widow's hair, the appearance or non-appearance of Iron Man, aka Tony Stank, mispronouncing characters' names, etc. The one thing I will say that a lot of people got on my case about, that whatever, man, is Peggy Carter being the one narrating and the one in the casket when Captain America is carrying her. Guys, listen, I don't know about you, but I don't have time to rewatch every single MCU movie every single day. Frankly, I've only seen Captain America: The First Avenger once. I've also only seen Thor, the first Thor and the second Thor, once. I actually only saw Ragnarok once. I didn't really like Ragnarok. Let me just put it this way. The majority, more than 50% of all Marvel movies, I've only seen them once. Now, if you think that makes me a fake Marvel fan or whatever, cool, man. I don't really care. But yeah, I just straight up forgot that it was Peggy. I mean, I didn't forget that she died, but I did forget that it was her narrating, and I was just curious who was narrating because I couldn't figure it out, and I wanted to know. Anyways, having said that, these are the rewards for the original Alliance battle, and this is why I wanted to start this video this way. There was a point to this. I wasn't just goofing around. In order to calculate what the ABX rewards should be, because this now is me taking aim at Netmarble and basically taking my shot and throwing my punch to try to get better rewards for Extreme Alliance Battle, because it's completely ridiculous. It's silly and it's goofy, and maybe I'll look silly in a few days if the update comes and they do make changes to the ABX rewards, but if they don't, then they better listen, because I'm your mom, Netmarble, and I'm grabbing your ear and I'm yanking on it, okay? It's high time we had a conversation, young man. You've been going out late at night and you haven't been showing up. I don't know where your lunch money is going, but I don't see you eating food. So why don't you have a seat down in that chair, put that phone away, all right? Take your sunglasses off, take that hat off so I can see your face. We're gonna have a little conversation, young man. You've been running wild for years now. So anyways, regular Alliance battle. We're not even talking Extreme Alliance battle. Pretty easy. Let's not lie here. Very easy game mode. I literally wasn't even paying attention while I was playing, and you get 300,000 gold, over 20 clear tickets, you get a few dimension debris, you get a few Norn stones, and you get 25 random biometrics. This is pretty good loot for such an easy game mode, and so this is one of the reasons why we encourage all new players and intermediate players and, well, all players to play Alliance Battle, because it's super easy. It's kind of fun. It's kind of like a wave mode. And then you get good rewards at the end. The same cannot be said for the extreme mode. And you'd think that extreme means extreme rewards. No. For some reason, Netmarble has a really hard time with giving out rewards for things that are difficult. They like to give out rewards for things that are easy, and they like to give out rewards for free sometimes. But then otherwise, it's just either pay a bunch of crystals or real money to get the good rewards, or just don't get the good rewards, period. So it really doesn't make sense to me. So we're going to go through here now, and I'm going to kill a couple of birds with the same stone in order to illustrate a few things. We're going to talk about the new Extreme Alliance Battle cap, because there is a new cap. It's 3.5 million, and I'm going to try to hit it right now with you guys for the first time. And then secondly, we're going to talk about the rewards and why they're shit and why they need to not be shit, because it's really important, especially now that Netmarble has raised the cap again to 3.5 million. A lot of alliances, this is the team I'm going to use, a lot of alliances are feeling like, man, what are we going to do? There's a new hurdle. It's so hard to find new members that are reliable, that aren't fucking 12-year-old, you know, children. It's hard to find good players that want to compete in the top 20, the top 30, top 10, top 5. You can ask any one of the top alliances. You know, they probably have a lot of people applying, but in terms of the quality, not the quantity, the quality of players, it's very small. It's a very small pool, and a lot of players end up just kind of moving around 5 or 6 different alliances, trying to find their best fit depending on their personality, the alliance's personality, the mood, the requirements, because some alliances require alliance conquest and some don't. It's kind of a shit game mode, waste of time, etc. It needs to be improved, okay? But the most important thing here is the rewards. We're going to talk about the Captain Marvel bug where she does her 6th skill forever, but the rewards, Netmarble, are totally shit, and they need to not be shit. So we're going to dive into this game mode. We're going to look at the current rewards, and then while I'm playing, I'm going to talk to you guys about some proposed changes to the rewards. And if you like my changes, please share the video, post it on social media, post it on Facebook, post it on Twitter, so I can get the views, of course, but more importantly, so that it can get to the eyeballs of people who can actually change this game. Because I don't actually work for Netmarble, contrary to low IQ beliefs, and you know, we got to get the people who actually work on the game to view it. So when you start, you're going to see in the upper right hand corner, it's going to go by really fast, Timmy, because my character is really strong, but you're going to see the rewards for getting different point brackets. So once you reach a certain point total, you will get a certain reward. And the point totals are pretty straightforward. It's 10k, 20k, 30k, 50k, and 100k, and that's it. So there we go. We're already in the first 7 seconds. We've already capped out. Okay, it's done. We're done. We can just finish. We don't have to play anymore, right, guys? We literally already got all of the rewards. That was how quickly it was. That's how quickly it was done. And you might say, whoa, Cynicalex, that's good. You know, you don't want to spend too long on that game mode. There's so much to do in Marvel Future Fight. No, you're wrong. You want to reward players for trying. You want to reward players for pushing their maximum. Now let me show you something else. If you have tier 3 Captain Marvel and you have her new uniform and you keep tapping her 6th skill when she's in binary form, so you do 5 and then 6 and you keep tapping it, you can do it like 2 or 3 times, possibly even more in a row. Against Ebony Maw World Boss Ultimate, I was able to do it 6 or 7 times in a row before I died. You die because she doesn't have any protection, immunity. They got rid of the immunity. Remember, it was a bug on her ultimate skill. They got rid of her immunity with her ultimate skill, so you can still get hit. But if you don't get hit, well, there you go. You can easily rack up extra points, and you can just do goofy shit like cast her ultimate skill multiple times in a row. This is obviously a glitch. It's a glitch for a few reasons. One, no other skill in the game is allowed to be castable multiple times without some sort of passive effect like Luna Snow or whatever that allows you to spam cast because of refreshing cooldown, or Doctor Strange's 5th skill, stuff like that. Secondly, it doesn't work when you duplicate it, when you try to duplicate it with other uniforms. So that's another big indicator that it doesn't work. And it's actually not helping my score because I should be doing my 4th skill more, but it's just funny to see it happen. I actually might not hit 2 million. I got stunned. I'm definitely not going to hit 3.5 million. This is hilarious. I actually got stunned. This is sad. Anyways, so that's a bug that needs to be fixed for Captain Marvel. But what's not a bug, but what's still really annoying, is the Extreme Alliance Battle lack of rewards, because in total you get 50 Dimension Debris or 30 Clear Tickets or 30 Norn Stones for getting to 10,000 points, which is fine. For getting to 20,000 points, which is very easy, you get 50,000 gold. For getting to 30,000 points, you get a superior boost. You get a 5-star improvement ISO, which is the ones that you can't use them, you can't equip them, but you can use them to boost other ISOs and kind of rank up other ISOs. So once you get to 50,000 points, you get 150,000 gold, which is also quite good. And then at 100,000, you get a 6-star ISO. So the rewards are actually quite good for getting to 100,000. However, Netmarble made those rewards about, 2.5, 3 years ago, when it was really easy to get, when it was really hard to get to 100,000. It's really easy now. As you can see, I got it in the first 5 seconds, and I can get it in that time with plenty of different characters. It's not a challenge at all. We actually are going to hit the max score, which is 3.5 million. And look at that. I just cast the ultimate skill back to back. Very cool. And so you're going to see the rewards here, but I want to ask you a question. Given my build, given the fact that I'm using Nick Fury tier 2, who is a premium badass support / leadership character, I went and I grinded White Fox. I also have her tier 2 for her passive. I tier 3'd Captain Marvel, who is so expensive and powerful. I got her uniform to Mythic. I did all of those things. Then I got a CTP of Rage through gambling, whatever. I build her up, Uru, ISO 8, everything. not just the obelisk, but you know, I did the full build. I'm like top 500. I got her her type enhancement up, and these are my rewards: 200,000 gold, a 5-star ISO, a 6-star ISO. Well, it's not really an ISO, and Norn stones. Does this look like proportional rewards compared to the amount of effort that was expended? No. Now you can make excuses about, well, my cards are really good and I'm a whale player, so that's why my score is so good. It doesn't matter. It's also about the effort that you're putting into the game mode, and the amount of time that you're investing into building these characters. You know, people who have rank 1 of a character, they didn't do anything in terms of gameplay, but they did build the character up perfectly by giving them all 6-star ISO, all Awakened ISO, all 6-star Uru, enhancing, whatever, and that takes a lot of money and time, but still, their effort is rewarded. When the rank up events come up, they can win, you know, multiple 6-star obelisks and Uru and cards. They sometimes get, you know, like 1,000 crystals or whatever. Now compare the effort that it takes to get a rank 1 character versus the effort that it takes every single day to play Extreme Alliance Battle with these top characters and get top scores, and look at the rewards. They're an absolute fucking joke. These rewards suck. This is Marvel Contest of Champions level rewards here, guys, and this is just unacceptable. And these rewards have been the same for like 3 years since Alliance Battle Extreme was first introduced, back when we were playing with Carnage and shit like that, and Kingpin and all this nonsense. So I have some rewards that I would like to propose instead, or not instead, but in addition to these rewards. I think these rewards are good, but in order to improve Alliance Battle Extreme, in order to incentivize and encourage players to actually play beyond 100,000, which then creates a more healthy competitive environment for all players who are pushing, because then there's a larger pool of kind of mid-tier ABX players, and then there's a larger pool of end-game, high-tier, top 20 ABX players. Because right now there's just 2 types of ABX players. Well, there's basically 3. There's the players who don't give a shit, which is honestly the majority of players. They just play for 100k. There's the small minority who really, really care and spend all their time. And then there's the players in between who aren't sure. They're like, should I try to push and get high scores just for the glory and for some camaraderie and morale? Or should I just go back to just fucking coasting and doing nothing and getting the same rewards as everybody else? And I don't blame you guys for coasting and just getting the same rewards, because it is bullshit. And so these are my proposals. These are what I think is in line with rewards that are valuable to the players, and rewards that are reasonable given how stingy Netmarble is with actually giving us rewards, because they're notorious for being bad at rewarding us for completing difficult content. And if you need an example, just look at World Boss Ultimate. You get almost identical numbers of Black Antimatter, Chaos Nornstones, Dimension Dust, and Titan Component Packs, and if you ever do get them, CCF, if you play Stage 1 versus Stage 50. And the colossal amount of effort involved in going to Stage 50 versus staying at Stage 1 is insane. The booty boxes make up for it in a small way, but it's not enough. So moving on from 100,000 points, looking at the rewards now, what needs to be done? Well, we want to keep the increments at reasonable levels, but we do want to reward players for hitting different milestones, because it makes sense. You don't just want 100,000 and then 2 million. It's just too disjointed. You want to continue playing over 3 minutes, and you want to see that next goal coming up in your mind, so it pushes you to build more and more. And just in case you guys are wondering, there's also a business angle to this move. If Netmarble makes the Alliance Battle Extreme rewards better, not broken, not OP, but just better than they are, it will encourage more players to actually play Extreme Alliance Battle and build their characters. By doing so, their resources will dwindle. They will have fewer resources to actually spend on other characters and other things, and then they'll be more encouraged to spend more money, or even just spend their reserves of crystals and gold. So there's always an angle here for the business side of things. It's not just, you know, blindly saying give us everything for free. I've really thought about this and tried to make a scenario that's best for everyone, but it needs to be done, especially for the players at this point. It's kind of a joke. So moving on from 100,000, at 250,000 score, you should reward the players with a gold amount to keep in line with the existing kind of rotation pattern of reward gold, reward gold. So we had the 150,000 gold, and then we had the 6-star ISO, so now the next reward would be 200,000 gold. I think that makes sense. Beyond that, when you reach 500,000 points, which is a little bit more difficult, you get 30 random biometrics. The 30 random biometrics are also in line with the 25 biometrics that you get for completing the regular alliance battle. The 30 random biometrics could be for just a small number of kind of non-premium, easily farmable characters like Ant-Man, Captain America, etc. And those ones would help us to sustain building up characters to level 70. After that, once you hit 1 million points, so it's a pretty big jump from 500,000 to 1 million, but then you're rewarded with another chunk of gold at the tune of 250,000. So now you've got a 250,000 gold reward, a 200,000 gold reward, and then another 200,000 gold reward. So you're looking at 650,000 gold. This makes sense. Do you know how many millions of gold you pump just getting one character built for Extreme Alliance Battle? Not even mentioning the fact that that character can be replaced after 1 month. We are looking down the barrel of another update right now where Juggernaut may very well be, despite one person exclaiming that he's going to be universal, he might well be a combat villain. He could replace Minerva. Do you know how much gold and resources I pumped into Minerva? I mean, I pumped a lot of things into Minerva, but I also pumped a lot of gold and crystals and biometrics and love, okay? So there needs to be a way to give the players a reason to continue doing that and to not feel as though they're just being milked and jebaited and tricked without actual proper, you know, incentive. I don't want to call it compensation, it's incentive. So once you hit 1 million, you're at the 650,000 gold cap. What happens next? Well, there shouldn't be too many rewards between 1 and 2 million, because that is really what separates the mid-tier from the end-tier level players, and you want players to make that jump. But you do want them to make that jump for a reason. So rather than giving multiple rewards from 1 million to 2 million and kind of just breadcrumbing people along with shitty stuff like 40 clear tickets or 50 Nornstones, just go right to 2 million, cut the bullshit, and give us a rotating list of 1 6-star obelisk, 1 6-star comic card, 1 6-star Uru. And of course, because you guys love RNG over at Netmarble, it would be random. So of course, we're always going to get obelisks with shit like increased movement speed, increased immunity to fear, increased movement speed, immunity to movement reduction, immunity to fear, and shockwave, or some garbage stuff like that. We're not going to get good obelisks. We're going to get goofy shit like this. Ignore dodge, lightning damage, physical shield. That's fine. The 6-star card, of course, as well, is going to be random. So we're always going to get, you know, Punisher 1872. We're always going to get goofy stuff like Secret Wars 2099 #1. But that's okay, because it will help offset the insane costs of building and maintaining an ABX competitive roster. The 6-star Uru, if it's for me, it's always going to be recovery rate or physical defense or energy defense. If you seriously look at how many 6-star Uru I have of those types, I'm not even kidding. I have 6 recovery rate Uru of that type. I would have more of the energy and physical defense ones, but I continue to combine them to get really awesome things like attack speed, okay? These are changes that not only reflect the needs of the players, but they also reflect a competitive environment that makes sense, because as you grow in competitiveness, your needs as a player will change. So of course the 10k rewards, Dimension Debris, Clear Tickets, Nornstones, those are for new players. So the latter rewards should be geared more towards veteran players, even if it's just reroll material. Finally, we need one more last prize, and we need something right at the top, and we need something for the 3 million plus players. So we're not going to put something at 3.5 million, but we are going to put one more reward at 3 million. Well, what could it be? Is it going to be something grand? Is it going to be tier 3 materials? Is it going to be a 6-star mega rank up ticket shard? And once you get 100 of those, you get a mega rank up ticket? No, because Netmarble just cannot end their torrid love affair with RNG. We are going to introduce a brand new item called the Alliance Battle Chest. And Netmarble gets to choose, as they always do, what kind of random garbage is going to spew out of that when you open it and you get your rewards. Maybe you'll get 69 speed Nornstones of Brilliance. Maybe you'll get 42 gear up kits. Possibly you'll get 50 black antimatter and you'll be like, nice, another platinum box, revival. So these are my suggestions, but they are not my suggestions alone. I do have to give credit to Teddy, Grandpappy, Yamad, Turpy, Agus, and everyone else that was in Twitch chat yesterday. You're all very beautiful, and beautifully minded, I guess. And you shared ideas with me. You told me some of my ideas were good. You told me some of my ideas were crap. And together, we built this list that I think is awesome. So, short round of applause for them. Get this into the hands and at the eyes of people at Netmarble. This video is super important for multiple reasons. Not only do I call out the morons, but also we've got the Captain Marvel bug that needs to get fixed. And then most importantly, the changes to Extreme Alliance Battle. This is a big one, guys, so help me out here. Share the video, subscribe if you enjoy the content, and of course, if you like what you see, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.